Okay, all right. We are back, guys. All right, let me put on my content disclosure. We're gonna put on my content disclosure, and then we're gonna just get straight into it, okay? Because we're gonna talk about yesterday we actually on content, okay. Yesterday we actually talked about starting a juicing business, right? Yesterday we went over how to start a juicing business, how to market the juicing business, all the places you need to go. We talked about your competition, all of those things, and we used the Build the Business You Love course to do that. Okay, now we're going to use the Build the Business You Love course again, and we're going to go through growth strategies. Okay, we're going to go through scaling strategies, okay, and things that you can do to actually improve on the business if you already have a juicing business or you just want to know how to scale it, right? So again, we're still on that same topic and we're getting into it right now. All right, guys, so as I said earlier, we're going to be talking about scaling and growing your juicing business. Let me share this live a little bit because I forgot to do that. All right, scaling and growing your juicing business, right? And we're going to get all into that right now. Now, the important things that you guys have to understand is a lot of people, they will start a business, but they don't know how to scale it. They'll start a business, they don't know how to grow it. They'll start a business, they don't know how to effectively get a marketing strategy and a business growth strategy that makes sense for them and makes sense for their business to actually grow the business, right? So this is what we're going to talk about a whole lot today. We're going to keep it pretty short though. And we're going to use, like I said, the course to do it. So if you guys are or have been feeling like you've been struggling in your business, if you've been feeling like, I'm not making heads or tails of what's going on, the business isn't moving the way that I need it to move, and I don't know how to get that momentum going, then this is a lot for you, okay? This is what we're going to talk about. All right, the first thing, guys, I want you guys to understand is when you're starting a business, okay, what people don't tell you, they make it feel like, it's going to start for today and it's going to work out for tomorrow. Like it's today for tomorrow. And nothing really works out that way, right? Even the people that it feels like that, like they've started a business today and then next week, like it's doing well, it's thriving. Those people already have experience in sales. They already have experience in customer service. They already have experience in something that's helped them. That's why I'm really big on not saying that, you had a loss, if you've taken a loss and previous or past experiences, if you ran your business. I'm really big on you thinking and changing your mindset into saying, okay, well, this didn't work, but this did. And you're going to take little pieces of that. Okay. The same way that you would take pieces of a junk car when they junk your car and they take the good pieces, they'll take the engine, they'll take the motor, they'll take the steering wheel, whatever it is, right? Or the bumper. Okay. And then, hey, Amber, welcome in, boo. They'll take those things and then they'll resell those things. Those are the things that you're going to take to rebuild your new business, okay? This is the mindset I want you to have. So those failed businesses aren't losses. You're going to take the knowledge that you've gained from those businesses and you're going to recycle them, okay, into your new business. So like I said, it's really about understanding your customer's problem. And remember, we're not just business owners. We're problem solvers, okay? So you're in this business to actually solve somebody's problem, okay? So, and I just want to continue highlighting that fact because you have to always look at yourself as being a servant. You have to always look at yourself as, okay, how can I help my customer? When you think about the big wigs like Bezos and the people who started Walmart, that whole family, right? They were obsessed with their customer. Okay, they were obsessed with it. Hey, Amanda, how are you? They were obsessed with their customer. So when we think about that, that's how they grew because they got to know their customer so well and what the needs of the customer was, right? This is why it's so important, guys, when you're growing and scaling your business, to think about it and to think of yourself becoming an industry expert in that particular field, in that particular industry, right? I'm really big on telling you guys to grab a couple books, grab a couple of industry books, and grab those books and read 2 chapters a week. 2 chapters a week will do it. 2 chapters a week on average. You figure every book has about 20 chapters, give or take 18, 20 chapters, right? In 10 weeks, you'll have completed one book. That means over a year, you can complete 5 books, right? In your particular industry. This can help you to become the industry expert that you need to be, so that when people ask you questions, you don't have that imposter syndrome. You don't have that feeling like, well, maybe I can't do this, because you have the knowledge, right? Okay, so you understand that part. So guys, when it comes to time, when it comes to giving yourself time and giving yourself permission to start, giving yourself permission to fail, giving yourself permission to actually go through all of the motions when you've already started your business and you're trying to grow your business. You got to give yourself time. I am not the mentor to tell you that you're going to start a business today and it's going to be super uber successful in 2.3 days. It doesn't make any sense, right? So I'm really big on telling you guys to be realistic. Right? When you start a business, this should not be you starting a business with your rent money. And I'm not going to tell you to do that. This should not be you starting your business with your very last. And I'm going to tell you to do that. So many people on here, guys, and I've seen it time and time again. So many people will tell you, they'll be like, oh, well, go ahead and spend that money and do this, spend your absolute last. And then you end up putting yourself in an even worse situation, right? That's not what we're doing. And that's not what I'm about. I'm about telling you, don't wait till the last minute. You need to have something in your back pocket in case if something does happen. Because it's not, it's not if, but when these jobs tell you to kick rocks. When these jobs decide to cut your salary, when these jobs say, oh, you know what, that contract doesn't exist anymore. We're going to move you to we're going to move your salary down. We're going to move your position down because this role doesn't exist anymore. When AI takes over your job position, or when they decide to get somebody that's smarter, younger, quicker, faster, then you have to be able to say, oh, you know what, I had this business in my back pocket. I've been moving it. I've been shaking it. I've been growing it. Okay. That's the time to start your business, when you don't need it. Not when you're on your last and you're begging Peter to pay Paul and all of this other stuff, right? You need to start your business now so that you're sowing the seed. Hey, Heather, so that you're sowing the seed, right? And I'm not saying that if you're in that position that you can't start your business. You absolutely should, but you start small, okay? And I teach you guys how to do that at my course. I teach you guys how to start small with a digital product, because it's no inventory. It's less risk, and it's almost zero to start up, right? So you start off easy. Hey, as a Black psychologist, how are you, boo? So you start off simple, right? And I don't care what type of business you have, if you don't have a digital product along with it. If you don't have a digital product along with it, you are leaving money on the table. So we're not doing that anymore. I don't care if you cut grass. You need a digital product, an ebook teaching people that between the time that you come to cut their grass, what they need to do with their grass. You need the ebook to show people that, okay, well, when the grass looks like this, you need to call me. When the crabgrass starts to show up, you need to call me. So I don't care if you have a hair salon, a lawnmower company. If you're a chef, you need some sort of digital product, okay, to have in your repertoire, within your product suite, to say, okay, well, just because I have a service-based business or a product-based business does not mean that I can't also have a digital product, okay? She said, I sure do, ASAP, exactly. So in my course, I teach you guys how to do that so that it makes sense, right? I teach you guys how to develop your product suite so that you don't have just one product. You have your service-based business if you have a service-based business, but you'll also have your digital product. You'll also have your lead magnet, right? Because it all has to make sense, okay? It all has to make sense. Nobody's out here just selling one product. When you go into these sites, you see a multitude of different products. You'll see usually around 3. right? You'll see something a free or low ticket, you'll see a mid ticket, and you'll see a high ticket, right? So you need to do the same thing with your business, and people can grow with you, okay? And I gave you one example of how you can do that, how you can use knowledge in books and reading 5 books a year. That's not a lot. Like I said, it's literally 2 chapters a month, okay? Trying to, 2 chapters a week, trying to get the knowledge that you need so you don't suffer from that imposter syndrome. So that when people ask you questions, you're like, oh yeah, this is what it is, right? And you're equipped. So just because you want to start a business doesn't mean that you can, because you don't have the knowledge, but you can actually start the business with the knowledge that you have. But it's the expectation is for you to grow. Don't think you're going to just stay there, because your people are going to grow with you. This is what you want, right? And as you grow, your business grows. Remember, your business is just an extension of you. Thank you for the follow. As you grow, your business grows, right? So as your knowledge grows, as your confidence grows, your business will grow. Thank you so much for the love, Black Psychologist. I appreciate you, boo. Right? So the idea, guys, is for you to just be 1 to 2 steps ahead of the person that wants to be just like you, right? The you that was you 3 to 5 years ago. You figuring out what's the things that you needed then, what are the things you were looking for, what was keeping you up at night. All of those questions, that's what you're going to build your product suite on, your digital product, your other services. Maybe you'll have a mentorship, whatever it is, you're going to build it on the needs of your customer, something that people are going to need, right? But in order to do that, guys, you got to give yourself time. This is not popcorn. This is not microwave, right? It takes time. So somebody got to put in a chat, I give myself permission to grow. Because a lot of times we don't do that. We don't give ourselves permission to grow. We don't give ourselves the time to grow, right? So this is what we're doing. And this is what I'm showing you that it's okay to do. Okay. So that's what we're talking about today. And like I said, guys, I'm going to get back to the growing and the scaling of the business that we created yesterday, which was a juicing business. Okay. Share out this live again. We created that juicing business yesterday. So we're going to grow and scale that juicing business today. So we did all of the things to create the actual business yesterday. And today we're actually going to grow and scale the business, because a lot of you have problems with that part, right? So this is what we're going to do. And we're going to go over right now. I'm just going to share out the live. Okay, boom. This is what we're going to go over right now. So I am going to get the course prepared for you guys. I don't know, guys, whenever I feel like my computer has been acting, I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know if it's if it's just my computer, but my computer has been acting up, baby. But yeah, so we are going to get into that part of the course. 1 second, let me pull it up for you guys. Let me pull it up. But it's really about you. A lot of times we focus on other people. We look at the success of other people. We look at what other people are doing, and we compare that to how we are. But the truth of the matter is, you can't compare, your day 1 to somebody's year 7. Right? It doesn't make any sense. And this is why, I don't know if you guys, I don't watch horse racing. But this is why in horse racing, the horses, they give the horses blinders, so they can't see what other horses are doing, right? Or the horses are doing, because you can't look at what your competition is doing. You only can base your day 1 on your day 1. And that's the thing I see so many people doing. They're like, oh, but I see this happening. I see that happening. I see this person doing this. But that's what they're doing. And I'm not saying that you can't, I'm just pulling up my chat right here. I'm not saying that that's not something that you can do, but I'm saying that, you guys have to understand that when it comes to building your success, you guys have to realize that it's based on you. It's based on the things that, your rate of growth. It's based on your rate of growth and how you do things and your lifestyle and what you can do. And honestly, it brings people so much less happiness when they're continuing to look at other people and their growth and how they're growing and their growth patterns and the things that they're doing. it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. Okay. So we have to get out of that, get out of the fact that we're just looking at others and what they're doing, and comparing ourselves to them, because no one really, no one really knows what, the other person has gone through. You don't know what their struggles are or were, and the things that they have done. We don't know. We don't know the things that they've sacrificed, right? Because you're going to have, somebody keeps texting me. You're going to have your own sacrifices, right? You're going to have your own sacrifices, and people have their own stories. I'm just trying to pull this up, guys. People have their own stories, and your story is going to be very different from someone else's story. No one's story is going to be the same. Let me just log into. No one else's story is going to be the same. So everybody's story is going to be different. And I don't want you guys to sit here thinking, oh, I have to compare myself to someone else when we don't know what the heck they've gone through, right? We don't know what the heck they've done. Okay, I'm going to turn my camera around and so that you guys can see. 1 second. Okay, so this is my GPT. This is the GPT that I created to actually grow and scale your business. As I always say, guys, it's about the recipe, right? It's about the instructions. Grandma's macaroni and cheese is going to be very different from Auntie's macaroni and cheese. It's about understanding that, if you have the correct recipe, if you have the correct ingredients and the correct process, right, it's going to bring you success. But if you don't, then that macaroni and cheese, the same macaroni and cheese that you thought was going to be good, isn't going to be good. This is why when people create those ebooks and they're like, oh, I don't know, I just did use ChatGPT and it came out like trash. It came out trash because you didn't have the correct instructions. You didn't have the correct direction, right? You didn't have the correct recipe. So this is what this course gives you, that handheld recipe to say, go left, go right, stop here, do this now. Okay, so today, guys, we're going to use the Build the Business You Love course that takes the guesswork out of business startup to grow the business that we started yesterday. The business that we started yesterday was the juicing business, okay? We started the juicing business yesterday, and we're going to grow that business today. We're going to take the steps and the measures in order to grow that. So we went into the course, and inside of the course, it has a grow and scale your business step by step, okay? And it's a chat bot where you can enter your information and it's going to take you step by step and show you exactly what you need to do to grow and scale your business. So for now, I'm going to just put in, I have a juice business. Okay. Oh, I'm tired today, y'all. I don't know if it's the heat, but it's so tired. I'm so tired today. Hey, Simone, how are you, boo? Welcome in. All right, so first it's going to ask you, okay, when we are scaling and growing your business, it's going to go over, the local permits and the codes and stuff like that. We did that yesterday, but it still needs to get like the demographics for marketing and stuff like that. So yesterday we went to Snellville, Georgia. Okay, and it's going to give us information about the things that we're going to need in order to start it, right? Even though yesterday, and I'm going to post that video on my YT. I'm going to post that video on my YT about the instructions on how to get started, the one that we did yesterday, okay? So it's going to give you an example of the target market. Let's just use it, the one that they gave, the one that they suggested, I should say. And then what we're going to do is grow the business from here, okay? Now, you can change whatever you need to change inside of the target market or whatever information it gives you. You can always make it your own, right? You can always make it your own. Don't feel like, okay, well, it's just giving me this particular target audience or this particular avatar. You can always make it your own and add whatever characteristics or components you want, right? So it says here, smart monetization ideas for your juice business. It says core juice scales, subscription. Let me get my pencil here so I can point. Okay, so subscription-based services, right, is a way to scale and grow your business. Weekly or bi-weekly juice boxes. Juice cleanse bundles, 1 day, 3 day, or 7 day option. Office wellness drops. Oh, I didn't think about this. So it says partner with local Snellville offices and corporate wellness centers and do office wellness drops. I never thought about that. It says don't waste the pulp, turn trash into cash. So with the pulp, it's giving you options for fruit leather snacks, dehydrated pulp, a natural sweetener, and a healthy on-the-go treat. Gummies for kids and moms. You can infuse the pulp with sea moss and collagen and elderberry, etc. Compost for bags and gardeners, and you could sell that. I never thought about that. I never thought about that, guys. And this is why I love this course and the this particular module, because it definitely gives you the insight and the tools and the ideas that you may not have thought of, right? Because a lot of stuff I haven't. This is crazy. Also, it tells you about digital products, right? So 7-day juice cleanse for busy moms, a meal plan and shopping guide for clean eating while juicing, because that's true. Because a lot of people will bust down the whole juice and go and eat McDonald's or something like that after, right? So I ain't even joking. So they'll do all this crazy stuff. They'll buy into all of this healthy stuff and they'll bust down a cookie or a pack of cookies or something like that. So we have to think big picture. And I think that this is what it's doing. It's actually giving us the idea to give our target market, our future customers, meal plans, shopping guides to eat clean while juicing, a membership, a monthly recipe club with smoothies and juice tips, physical add-on packages such as BPA free juice bottles with branding. Okay. Branded cooler bags or glass straw set. So these are things that you can also sell within your product suite. Remember we were talking about product suite earlier and how you can actually build on your product line and build on your brand by creating add-ons, right? When you see these businesses, you see they have their little bags, their little hats, they have their little swag, right? And they have all of these things because these things bring in money. Okay. Rainproof delivery kits for curbside drop-offs on rainy days. Okay. Now it's saying next step. It's saying, what do they struggle with the most? Not enough time to prep juice. They don't trust store brands, or they want something safe for the kids. I would say that let's just make up something and say that they want something healthy, weight loss, and quick. Because remember, people sell products through emotion. People sell products through pain, right? So if you don't get your target audience and your customer to realize where their pain points are, they're not going to purchase from you, because sales and purchases come with emotion. They come with, you've never just purchased anything just to purchase it, right? You've purchased it because you envision yourself using it, right? Think about a mop. You don't want to be on your hands and knees scrubbing your floor, right? You don't want to be on your hands and knees. So the mop is going to help you to make that a quicker, easier situation for yourself, so that you're not on your hands and knees scrubbing, right? You're not taking all of this time and effort doing that, right? So when you think of every purchase, there's a reason behind every purchase. People don't just purchase just to purchase. People purchase for a reason, right? So it says here that product plus offer ideas for quick weight loss needs. So you can offer ideas for a 1-day reset, 6 juices plus instructions. Oh, so that could be like a little bundle right there. A 3-day slim down, 18 juices plus pre, during, and post guides. 7-day transformation, 42 juices, a meal plan, and a bonus ebook. So guys, it's giving you also, bundles that you can add onto your business. And yesterday we even got, we went to the websites of our competition, because the course gave us our competition. We went to their websites, and a lot of them were doing like little bundles, and they were doing like instead of just a juice, they were doing plans and subscriptions and all of that stuff. So this is right on target with what's going on in the market and in the industry, right? And these things like this is going to make you stand out, because people are going to be like, oh, well, you know what? I know this girl. She does juicing. She does drop offs, right? She also gives you a meal plan to slim down. They have this, and this. And it's going to help your business model, because you're going to offer more products, offer more services, offer more upsells, right? So it says a genius angle is to use the pulp. A lot of people, guys, pulp they throw away. When you see the juicing companies or people that have juicing businesses, they throw that away. But pulp is fiber rich snacks. You can have pulp balls with oats, honey, and chia, and you can call them slim bites. You see how, something like this is a good marketing tactic that you can actually use to create an additional product, right? So these are things that people don't know that they need, but you have to create that awareness, right? That's your job, again, as a business owner, again, as a problem solver, to create that awareness for them. That's your job, to open up their eyes and say, hey, you didn't know you need this, girl, but this is something that you need. You need some fiber-rich snack balls. We call them slim bites here. Where you mix the pulp and oats and honey and chia. Maybe you can even cover them in some dark chocolate or something like that to make it a little bit more appealing, right? But these are things that you can do to add on to the growth of your business, right? So now it's saying fruit and vegetable gummies. Infuse pulp with collagen or apple cider vinegar. Oh, I never thought about that. Infuse pulp with collagen or apple cider vinegar. Oh, I never thought about that. Instead of these kids sitting here eating candy after candy, snack after snack, you can do the fruit leather that it mentioned earlier. You can do the gummies that it just mentioned right now, right? It's about expanding on your product suite. It's about making yourself more available for people through your products, okay? So, understanding that, let's see, confusion. What are the top 3 reasons somebody might skip, cancel, or avoid buying products? It gives you an example here. We're just going to copy and paste this, because here's the thing, guys. When in sales, you have to be able to overcome objections. Okay. This is one of the things and the tools that I give you in the grow and scale portion of this course, because when it comes to sales, people are going to have objections. People are going to say, oh no, not right now. Oh, I have a guy that does my juices for me. I have a juicer at home. But let's face it. When's the last time you pulled out that juicer? Do you like to clean that juicer afterwards? Right? I know for me, juicing requires a lot of energy, because you have to clean that fruit, you have to cut that fruit up, right? So it's so many things that you can hit on with your customers' pain points to go over some customer objections, but you have to be ready, right? You have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. So when it comes to price, when people are like, well, your price is too high or whatever like that, a solution is offer payment plans. Okay. On cleanses, you can use tools like Klarna, Afterpay, or PayPal, or Pay Later. Right. When it comes to bundling and save kits, you could have buy 3 kits, save 10%. And it's going to have you have your customers and make more per sale. Okay. Add a friend, both get $10 off, right? So these things are going to help you to overcome objections. And you're going to have these things ready, not just in your head, but you're going to have these things ready on your website. You're going to have these things in these bundles available to your customers through a QR code. You're going to have these things available and ready for your customers, just ready to go, because you've thought of them first. Okay. So it's, again, understanding your customer's needs. Okay. And what are their concerns? What are their pain points? Remember, your job as a business owner is just to resolve their pain points, resolve what's keeping them up at night, and using your product to do it. Okay. So some of the objections that you might hear as a juicing business owner is through price or taste concerns, right? Maybe some of the you have a picky eater teen and you want to get them healthy or slim them down, right? Then you could offer a sample mini juice flight so they could taste 3 flavors. So it gives you a lot of options here. If people are confused on how it works, create a simple 1-page printable guide, add a QR code, as I mentioned before, a checklist, right? So make it easy for your customers. It should not be complicated, right? How many times have we gone on somebody's website and we're totally confused? We don't even know what to do. We don't know what to press. We don't know the call to action. We don't know anything. Hey, Mara! We don't know what to do. We don't know the call to action. We don't know what to do. And they didn't even put it on their website. So we don't know what to do. So you have to take the confusion out of the sales component, because a confused buyer will not buy. Okay, a confused buyer will not buy. So whatever you do, you have to make sure your colors are good. And we went over colors and marketing and branding yesterday, right? You have to make sure that things are not clashing. Like you don't have reds on reds or reds on orange, so it's not visible and they can't see it, right? You have to have some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? You have this contrast, some sort of contrast, so that people can see what they're doing. You have to make it easy for them, because people have a attention span of 2 seconds. You have 2 seconds to grab these people's attention span. Otherwise, they're off to the next person. They're off to the next thing. They forgot they even wanted juices, right? So when it comes to understanding, your customer, understanding what's appealing to them, what colors do they like, what fonts would they like, right? This is why target market and understanding that is so important. That's why we went and took so long through that yesterday. Understanding hex codes and the colors that your customers would actually be interested in when purchasing, right? The things that they would want to see. Okay, now timing and schedule conflicts. This is another objection. Okay. And we have to, she said 2 seconds exactly. So we got to understand, y'all, that there's going to be objections, right? There's going to be people that's just like, not right now. You have to stay ready you can't be like, okay, well, I don't know what to say after somebody says no, right? You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You have to say to yourself, okay, well, if they say I have a conflict with timing and scheduling issue, these are the pain points I can talk to them about. If they say I have confusion on how it works, these are some of the talking points I can bring forward to them. If they say they have taste concerns, right? So, and this can work with any business. If you have a lawn mowing business, if you have a hair business, if you have a wig purchasing or a luxury wig or luxury lash company, right? Everybody's going to have objections. You got to be able to say, well, I know what you're coming with, so I got to clap back. I got to clap back. I have the same way you clap back to when somebody says something to you in the supermarket and Walmart, Target, wherever you shop at, you have to have a clap back, okay? So this is the clap back that you're going to have in a good way, right, for your customers, so that when they have those objections in the sales process, you have it ready, okay? So these are the things that the course can actually give to you. Okay, so next step is, do your customers ask for, what do your customers ask for? What do your customers ask you for that you don't currently offer? So sometimes, people will ask for stuff and you'll dismiss it. It'll go over your head. No, everything, guys, is actually, I want you to look at everything as research. When they ask for things, when they ask you questions, right? When they ask, oh, do you have X, Y, and Z? And you're like, oh, I don't have that. That's research, okay? And you utilize those questions and you put them inside of your ebook. You utilize those questions and you answer them in your digital product that you're going to create with your product suite. You utilize those questions and you create the product, okay, that they're asking for. All right, remember, we're problem solvers. We're not just business owners, we're problem solvers, okay? So you have to ask yourself and pay attention to your customers. Pay attention to their needs, right? So, for example, if they're saying, hey, does your juice offer, do you have a juice for energy? Do you offer meal plans that I could pick up like after work and stuff like that? You have to say, okay, yeah, you know what? I got you. I got you. I offer energy drinks or whatever, or meal plans or whatever. You could turn this whole thing into new products or services. Okay. So, with that, guys, this is, you being able to grow and scale your business and being open to do that. Okay. So if you get a lot of those questions, if you see people asking for energy drinks along with their juice, you create you a whole catchy name, a marketing, a marketing ploy with this whole thing, and you get this whole thing going, right? Because this is what people are looking for. Okay, you can include things like beets and ginger and tell them what it's being used for, right? Educate them. Okay, so when understanding when it comes to understanding what it is that you have to do, understanding your product line, understanding what, the things that you have to offer, you got to be able to create it, but it has to be a simple way that you offer it, and you have to be able to monetize it. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Right? You don't have a business without customers. You don't have a business without a product. So those two things have to go together. They have to kiss. They have to make sense. If the product doesn't align with the customer, then you have an issue. If the customer doesn't align with the product, you have an issue. Okay. So we want to make sure that we get in front of the right people. We want to fish where the fishes are. We want to make sure that we are able to offer them the things that they actually want. Right. So, the next step in creating your product suite and understanding what it is that you need to grow and scale your business is, what are 1 to 2 things that you're really good at that you're not monetizing yet? This is the question that it's asking, right? Maybe a health coach, fitness coach, maybe you're a speaker, right? You have to find hidden streams of income so that you're not leaving money on the table. Okay. So say, for example, you're also a health and fitness coach. Okay. Let's just say, and you've gotten into the juicing business. Okay. And you're a health and fitness coach. It's going to help you to be able to broaden your product suite so that everything ties all in together, so that it makes sense, right? Because we want to monetize our empire. We want to be able to say that, we started with one product and we've moved on, and we have several different products within our website, and that we offer a variety of things for our customers, right? So you're not just picking up one thing, right? As hard as it is to get one customer, you want to make sure that you get them on volume. You get them on with the bundle, or with an upsell, or with not just one product, right? With your product suite, right? So being able to incorporate other things that you have going on, that you have knowledge of, if you're a health and fitness coach or whatever it is, right? Then being able to incorporate those, you can create packages with that, right? Juice and Jumpstart, which includes a weekly juice delivery plus a 4-week workout plan. How much is this going to increase your bottom line, right? This can help you go from in a red to in a black. These things like this can make you, especially with the knowledge that you're going to obtain from the strategies that I gave you earlier, make you an industry leader, so people know where to go. Okay. So, also things like building a community, a Facebook group. I actually have a Facebook group, guys. My Facebook group, just to show you, I have a Facebook group, for event space ownership. And I'm going to just show you what Facebook groups can do. Okay. I grew my Facebook group, up to 11,000 people. This is my group right here. 11.5 thousand people. Okay. And you can sell within your Facebook groups. They already know you. They already like you. They already trust you. Okay. Create you a Telegram so you can have support, have lives, Q&As, and challenges. Okay. Have yourself a weekly live workout and juice talk on IG or Zoom. Right. So it's about understanding next steps. It's going to also help you to create your product ladder with your freebie, your low ticket, your high ticket offer. Even if you want to do B2B or government contracting to sell juices, to see what public programs are available, it can help you to do that as well. Okay. So understanding that you just need to have next moves. It doesn't stop here. That kind of thought pattern is going to help you to continuously grow. Hey, Sister Slimmer. How are you, boo? That kind kind of thinking is going to help you to grow, right? So say, for example, if you want to do B2B, I think people just think so small. They always think like it has to be business to consumer, but it can also be business to business. Think about, and let's see what it gives us. Let's see what it gives us if I put in B2B. But the first thing that comes to my mind is like going to gyms and making a contract with gyms and being able to, you know how when you go into the gym, they have a refrigerator. They sell stuff in the gyms, right? Offices, right? Gyms, salons, daycare. So you're not literally going to these places, and you know how you in a nail salon sometimes or the hair salon, you got whoever coming in and they selling. I remember back in the day they used to sell CDs, and they come in and they like panhandling. You're not doing that. Right? You're not doing that. You actually have a strategy in place. Okay. Oh, that's so good. You're doing good, Sister Sunbound. So you actually have a strategy in place. So you're going to connect and network with offices, gyms, salons, daycares, medical practices, health retreats, real estate office, right? Open houses. Real estate offices do open houses, and you can offer them juices to sell, not to sell. You can sell it to them, and they can offer it to their people who's coming to see open houses. So it's just got to make sense, right? So, but when you have a strategy and you're not just winging it, you actually have a strategy in place, right? It all comes together. It all makes sense, right? Because we're not just creating one business, one product. Okay, we're creating a product ladder. We're creating let me turn my camera around. We're creating our product ladder. We're creating our product suite, right? And it's a multitude of different ways that people can actually get to know you, get to know your products, get to know your offerings, get to know your brand, get to know what it is that you sell, right? And I'm telling you guys, this makes it so much easier when it comes to when you start to create other businesses behind that, right? Even with my FB group, with the 11,000 people that I have in that, people are moving over to my brand new group. And I think I'm going to change the name to that group because I don't like the name of that group. But people are moving over for people who just want to start a business and they don't know what business to start. So I have that Build the Business You Love group. So all of these things, guys, it's going to help people become a customer of yours over and over and over again. Why? Because you've given them the opportunity to know you. You've given them the opportunity to like you. And you've given them the opportunity to trust you. Okay? So that's basically it. And you get all of this, guys. Let me flip the camera. You guys get all of this with the Build the Business You Love course. Okay, that takes the guesswork out of business startup, okay? And it takes you step by step by step, okay? I don't care what kind of business it is. I don't care where you're located. The one thing that I tell you guys to get is the paid version of Chatty because it's going to help you through. And it's going to give you all the things that you need in order to get started so you're not all over the place. How many times, guys, have you started and it's just like, it feels like a field of junk. It feels like a field of garbage because, you didn't start off right. And now you don't know what comes first. You don't know what comes second. You don't know what comes third. And it's so much more difficult for you guys to figure that out, right? Because you started wrong. You started with the wrong footing. You didn't start with a strong base. So this is why you have to start off strong. You start off with a strong brand. You start off with a strong product. And you start off, where you are. You don't go above and do all these things, because it's no perfect time, right? There's no such thing as a perfect time. If you don't have the money to start up your business right now, you start off with a digital product business, right? Which is one of the things I teach you guys how to do inside of my Build the Business You Love course, right? If you don't know, and I'm going to show you that right now. Inside of my Build the Business You Love course, I actually have, the mindset component. This is the inside, the back end of the course. I didn't have the other side open. I don't know why. My computer was acting up today. But I have the mindset component, okay, to get you there mentally first. Okay, a lot of us, we're not there yet. I have the digital product component. If you want to create an ebook and turn it into a course, a webinar, right? All the things are right here. I have, if you don't know what idea to start, what business to start, if you don't even know what you're good at, right? If you don't know your gifts, if you don't know your talents, this is going to help you to discover your gifts and your talents, okay? This is what we used yesterday, the chatbot that helped us to create the business and make sure that we went on the right path step by step. This is the growth strategy bot that we just did just today to help us to grow and to scale. Okay. And also, guys, sometimes we just confused. We don't know if, you know, what business name to decide on, how to structure our business, how to get, or what is a virtual address and branded emails. Like, all of these are videos. Okay. All of these are videos: marketing, business plan, funding. Okay, so all of these are here to help you to figure out business startup. All of these things are here to help you to figure out business startup. And it definitely does take the guesswork out of the business startup. Okay, nobody here wants to start off wrong. It decreases the likelihood of success. That's not what we want to do, right? We want to start off the right way. So if you guys have any questions, now would be the time to ask. And what was I about to say? Now be the time to ask. And if you're interested in the Build the Business You Love course, you just go and you click the LINK and my BIO. Okay, you click on that. I don't know what happened to my You click on that, okay, and then it's going to actually take you. One second. It's going to actually take you to my site, and you're going to click on, what happened here? When I tell you this computer is acting up today, you're going to click on this here, open anyway, and it's going to take you to my site. And this is the Build the Business You Love course right here. And it's actually only $99 right now, okay? So for people who are in YT or watching this on YT, then you're going to go in the description. Okay, and you're going to get the link in the description, and you're going to grab it right here. Okay, because it's not about, let me see who's here. Sorry, people keep calling me as soon as I'm on live. It's about understanding you. Okay, it's about building who you are. And for a lot of us, we don't know what that is. We haven't asked ourselves questions about ourselves in a very long time. Hey, Amy, how are you, boo? We haven't asked ourselves questions about what we want and what we want to do in a very long time. We haven't given ourselves permission to fail. We haven't given ourselves permission to start. We're so quick to want, today for today, and not get into the needs and figure out what strategy we need to develop in order to get to where we need to be for tomorrow, for the future, right? And allow something to actually grow so that it's sustainable, so that it's not like a popcorn business. We're open today and we close tomorrow, right? So it's about understanding those things. So this is what that course gives to you, and it holds your hand. It shows you, it tells you, hey, this is what you have to do. Hey, this is exactly what you need to do, right? And don't go left, don't go right. Go straight. This is how long you go straight for, right? So this is the course that gives that to you, okay? So I am about to head out now, guys, because I actually have to take care of something. But I want you guys to understand that when it comes to getting started today, we always say tomorrow, we always say the next day, we always say we're going to do this in a couple weeks, and we put it off. And before we know it, a year goes by and we say Happy New Year, and you haven't done anything for that year. You haven't accomplished anything. So whatever it is, you're going to school, you're starting a business, whatever it is, just make sure you finish it. Make sure you finish it, okay? I'm Zia, Build the Business You Love, and I am out, guys. Thanks so much for watching.